Welcome back to this special edition of KTSM 9 News Small Town Spotlight. If you're just tuning in, we are live from the Chamizal National Memorial, and it's all made possible by the fine folks over at the Charlie Clark Nissan. We have a lot of fun stuff coming your way. We have learned so much already about the history here at the Chamizal National Memorial, and it really was the Chamizal Treaty and the return of land back to Mexico some 60 years ago that really did set up for this true sign of binational friendship.
Yeah, a symbol of friendship and partnership that, as we all know, still exists today. And our Border Report's Julian Resendez shares with us how Mexicans are very prideful of the Chamizal Treaty. Take a look.
Almost 6 decades after the U.S. government returned to Mexico land eroded by the Rio Grande, the Chamizal Park in Juarez remains a source of pride, not just for the residents of this city, but also for the people of Mexico. Mexicans have been demanding the return of their land since the 1860s, but the U.S. ignored their claims. Mexican historians tell me that a Canadian arbitrator in 1911 ruled in favor of the Mexican demands. But then President Porfirio Diaz was ousted during the Mexican Revolution, and the arbitrator's recommendation was ignored. It wasn't until the Soviet Union became a threat to the United States that President John F. Kennedy looked for ways to ensure that Mexico would remain a solid ally.
So there was an issue that Mexico may align to the communist bloc. America saw that as a sign of danger, and to become a really good ally, well, the Chamizal was a good option to make stronger bonds between Mexico and USA.
This political imperative endured JFK's assassination and the presidential succession in Mexico as well. Presidents Lyndon Johnson and Gustavo Díaz Ordaz made good on the promises of their predecessors. Mexican historians said the return of the land helped ease some old wounds stemming from the U.S. taking away half of Mexico's territory after the War of 1846-1848.
We have visitors from Mexico City or Veracruz or Chiapas that once we tell them the history of the Chamizal, they really feel pride, patriotism. The Chamizal, the 330 hectares was the only land given back from the American to the Mexicans.
Reporting from Juarez, Mexico, this is Julian Resendez.
Such a great look there, and our thanks to Julian for that. And joining us now is Mauricio Ibarra Ponce de Leon, the Consul General of Mexico here in El Paso, to talk a little bit more about an event that's going to be going on at the Convention Center Plaza on Friday, celebrating El Grito.
Exactly. We're going to have this celebration at the Convention Center Plaza this Friday the 15th from 5 to 10. And we're going to start with a very strong program. We have a teenager folkloric ballet, Camino Real. Then we're going to have Mariachi Los Arrieros, that it's a local mariachi that people love. Then we're going to have the official ceremony. Starting, we're giving an award, the Otley Award, which goes to a local personality who has opened path for Mexicans here in El Paso. Then the official ceremony with the marching band and the flag bearers from Technological Institute of Ciudad Juarez. And then we're going to close very strongly with a group called Estarus, who is going to pay homage to Juan Gabriel, that everybody knows here. And then we're going to close with La Conquistadora Banda, which is this banda that people love here at the border. So we would like to invite the whole community to join us. It's going to be a great event. We're working with Destination Del Paso, and we are going to have a lot of fun this Friday, 15.
Describe for us the atmosphere for someone that's never gone. What is the atmosphere, the energy like there?
A lot of energy, especially during the official ceremony of El Grito, because since I mentioned all the heroes of the Mexican independence, and then when I shout "Viva Mexico," people respond, and you can feel, even if you're not Mexican, yes, you'll feel it. So I would like to invite the whole community to join us. It's a very special celebration.
I felt the energy just in that story we saw during our 6 o'clock. Absolutely, yes, absolutely. So, Mr. De Leon, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate all the insight and looking forward to this weekend, a big weekend.
Thank you for the opportunity for being here with you, and we expect everybody to join us on Friday.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and we're getting rid of those triple-digit temperatures, so
Yes.
hopefully the weather is nice out there. Robert, what are we looking at right now?
I am here live at the Chamizal Recreational Center and Library with the Wolves, a basketball team. You may recognize this guy from the 2006 Miners team. And what position did you play, Coach Walt? This is Walter Harrison. Nice to see you.
2006, I was a guard with UTEP Miners, and now I'm coaching the EP Wolves, and we are going to make an impact this year.
Okay,
This season.
tell us about these guys. What rank are they right now?
So right now, this is our first season at the Sports City Suns, Sports City Sun Lab, Sun City Sports Lab.
That's not easy to say.
Right, and we are currently in fourth place.
Fourth place.
Yes. So
Okay,
we only
that's
we only
really
been
good.
playing for 4 games.
Well, I tell you what, if you really want to take it all the way, there's one thing they got to learn, isn't there, Bob?
Yes, yes.
1, 2, 3. The shoot-off is coming up in just a moment. Sorry you played football. I'm going to have your forecast and the basketball shoot-off in just a bit. Natasha, Andy?
All right, Robert, Bobby Bone, thank you so much. We have another interesting historic story for you, and it involves an old home, an old historic home. I've been there before. You walk through this home, and not as the building only older, but it has a lot of antiques and artifacts in it where you can learn a lot from.
Yeah, and like you said, and it's not just any old home, right?
No.
It's absolutely, it's one of the home belonged to one of the founding families of El Paso, and certainly tells a story of binationality and what makes the borderland so special. Here's more.
This home is an adobe home. It was built in 1875, or at least that's when construction began. 1877, Joseph and his wife Octavia and their son Jim move in. Their daughter Josephine is born here in the city. The most interesting stuff about the McGoffin family, this was an Irish, Spanish, Mexican-American family. They were fluently bilingual. Joseph was actually born in Chihuahua, Mexico. He was raised there until the age of 8. So you have a naturalized U.S. citizen, an immigrant, who actually is in great part responsible for building the modern El Paso we all enjoy today. The chair that Uncle Charlie did die in. Uncle Charlie was Charles Richardson, Joseph's brother-in-law slash cousin slash best friend. He lived here in the home. In his later years, he was married to Joseph's sister until her death in 1886. It's so funny because people come through here, and of course they ask us, oh, is the place haunted because it's old? Well, I will tell you, old homes always have their little quirks, and the quirk in this home is that because the floor is original and the planks are only about 6 to 8 inches wide, floors creak. They move. You can walk by a piece of furniture and the piece of furniture will actually rock because the wood it's sitting on is compressing and releasing. So the home has lots of little wonderful quirks, but keep in mind, you know, right now we're enjoying it with air conditioning and heating. The McGoffins never knew that, not even their 3rd generation owner, Octavia McGoffin Glasgow. She never experienced the home with heating and air conditioning on the scale we have it now. That doesn't get installed in the home until 1994. Pay attention in history. We tend to think of history as things that just happened in the past and that they're not important. But they are important. History are the stories we tell ourselves to identify ourselves and identify our community. Get out there and learn your history. Talk to your families. Pay attention when Abuelita tells you a story about, you know, what it was like for her as a child.
to get your solar done right. Tell them a little bird sent you. Call them now and beat the big price in.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the rival of our rival. With the last sole survivor in his stalking his prey, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger. Oh, don't look at me like that, Bobby. That's too intense. Okay, you ready to, I know you played football. It's not your thing. Yeah. Shooting basketballs.
It's not.
I'm sorry, but it's my thing. So let's talk forecast, and then we're going to talk turkey. Here's your forecast. Here comes your exclusive 9-hour forecast for Thursday. We'll start the day out with lots of sunshine, build up a few afternoon clouds, and have a chance of a couple of little isolated or pinpoint showers. And the high temperature will go up tomorrow to 93 degrees. We warmed up today with a little more sunshine, and we still have a great chance of showers and thunder showers later tonight. 75 Alamogordo, that's the high so far today. 69 Demick, 89 Juarez, and 83 Van Horn. We've been 86 at the airport. A look at the satellite radar composite. Widely scattered storms in southern Arizona and southern New Mexico, with the likelihood of showers in both Las Cruces and El Paso well into the evening hours tonight. Expect the skies to slowly clear in the early morning hours as we wake up for our Thursday. Here comes your allergy forecast. 9.9 for Thursday, 9.1 Friday, 8.4 on Saturday. High temperatures going up. 88 Alamogordo tomorrow, 90 for Deming, 93 Juarez, 89 for Van Horn. Tonight for you, Las Cruces, scattered showers and thunder showers. Another chilly night at 59 degrees. 91 your high temperature tomorrow, with partly cloudy skies and pinpoint showers. 65 low temperature at the International Airport tonight. Some gusts as area thunder showers move through tomorrow. 93 the high temperature, when we'll downgrade that to just a few isolated or pinpoint showers. Now, only KTSM gives you 9 full days of weather. On Friday, sunshine, dry, and 95 degrees. 96 on Saturday, but a great chance of evening thunder showers, little pinpoint showers. Sunday and Monday, windy on Tuesday, and the winds will take us to 97 both Wednesday and Thursday.
Good job, guys.
We will rock you. We will rock you. We're gonna rock you, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bobby Bone, he is an integral part of the Charlie Clark Automotive Group. These small town spotlights couldn't happen without them. I know that Charlie Clark, did Charlie Clark play basketball?
No, he was playing soccer. He swam.
Oh, okay, he was a swimmer. And you played football.
I played.
That's going to be a disadvantage, I think.
It's
And
okay.
I was on the speech team, but here we go. Okay, so when you go to Charlie Clark, what is the experience he wants people to? I'll go first, here, Bobby.
He wants the people to have fun. He wants to remember the experience when you come in. So that's why we have the music playing. That's why we always have games. It's more than just buying a car.
Okay.
You know?
What's our score so far, Wolves? 0-0. Okay, no problem. No problem.
We can do this.
We can do this. We're going to get one.
That's right.
One
See,
shot. Here's the thing, Bobby.
Thank you.
People,
it's on the flick of the
people
wrist.
don't expect me to make a single shot, but they expect you, a previous football player, to do it.
Right.
But I'm
Exactly.
loving you because you're the first person that I played with
I'm actually giving
that
you a
plays
chance,
basketball just like me,
I'm
and I
giving you a
really
chance, Robert.
appreciate how good you're making
Robert,
me
because
look.
I
I love this.
There we go.
You stay with KTSM 9 News. That's 0 baskets, and Bobby's playing 2.
We are a community first that fights for you.
Your rights.
Your life. Our priority.
Welcome back. We've been diving into the history here at the Chamizal National Memorial, and we've been talking about it for the last hour, at least kind of teasing up, leading into it, is the root word of the Chamizal and chamizo and kind of where that word comes from.
Yeah, it actually comes from a desert plant, which I never put two and two together because it's just a known thing, the chamizal. Right. Take a look.
So the Chamizal is the name of the tract of land that had a fork-winged salt bush known as a chamizo. So Chamizal, from having a place of abundant chamizo plants. It's just a common plant you will find in the desert, especially the Chihuahuan desert, if it's near some river water. Our park is a landscape park. A lot of the trees and plants were brought in, again, after the design of the park, and include some chamizo plants in the park grounds. Just that it holds some cultural significance to indigenous groups in the area, and that it's just the name of the tract of land and also the neighborhood that developed on that tract of land. And it's just an iconic plant that kind of speaks to the landscape of our area.
All right, very interesting. And we're joined by Gina Hernandez, park ranger here at the Chamizal, and Cesar Hernandez, a historian at the Chamizal in Mexico. Thank you both for joining us. Cesar, if you could tell us the partnership that you all have with the Chamizal on the United States side.
Yeah, after the 14 February, we signed a sister park arrangement to collaborate between the museums. As we know, the mission of our museum is to tell the story about the history of the Chamizal, and this treatment allows us to tell the different perspective about the history of the Chamizal, plus otherwise make plans for the future to make history exhibitions, art shows, cultural events, etc., etc.
Together.
Yes.
Yeah. Love the collaboration. Of course, that's what the Chamizal is all about. And Gina, you were telling us a story off air a little while ago about just recently the Benito Juarez statue being unveiled, and then, of course, the Abraham Lincoln statue on the other side of the border. Tell us a little bit more about that, because I thought this was absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, so the collaboration didn't end with the treaty. So
Right.
as the two parks were being developed, in 1964, the city of Juarez unveiled or established a statue of Abraham Lincoln, and it faces north, facing the United States. And in early plans for this park, there were mentions of a statue of Benito Juarez.
Mm-hmm.
It never happened until this last year when Benito Juarez Child to Man statue was donated to the park, and it's now installed here at the park for everyone to come see, and we have exhibits about it. And that statue faces south.
Interesting. So some symbolism behind the statues
absolutely.
as well.
Yes, so each president facing his own country, and those presidents are significant because when the Chamizal dispute started, when the river shifted, those men were presidents of each of their countries.
Very interesting. Thank you so much for joining us.
Both of you, thank you very much. We're going to have more when we come back. Stay with us.
59, or visit us online at www.borderint.com.
Well, that does it for us here at the Chamizal. We hope you learned a lot. I know we sure did.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and next week, Andy, you want to share where we're going to be?
Yeah, absolutely. So this was stop number 18.
Yes.
So we're going to 19 now, and we're going to be in Northeast El Paso. So looking forward to that special part of the community here in the Borderlands.
Yeah, and we'll see you tonight in the studio at 10 o'clock. Have a great night.
Hair, makeup, and men's grooming sponsored by